Hey, folks. Just a quick random thought. Um, the announcement for the plans for the current gateway were released in July 23rd. And excavator mining ground spiked on the news that age of prosperity kind of thing, right? Uh, dynamic, dynamic, what did they call it? It was just ridiculous sounding. Online news. EVE Online. You know, the shitty thing about EVE Online news is that you can only look a couple of days in the past, but the archive shows you last year. So it's like you can't really see the archives until the next year. So it's kind of stupid. You can't go back very far, and it's all kind of like janky and stuff. So we go in here. Where is it? It was the. Hopefully, it's still here. God, they. There it is. Production. Okay, so in July, blah blah blah, right? And in July, they had a bunch of double speak. Starting, I think we're all over it, right? I think we're over there milking these phases. I think we're all over it. I think we realize that that was just a marketing ploy to get away with 2 years of bullshit. Nerfs basically changes for change sake. That's it. And they the rubric of, oh, the next phase, and it's like, let's look at the where is it? The the phases they were called. Yes, here it is. Okay, let's take a look objectively at what has happened and their phases and the namings they use. So shortage, which was basically we're just going to nerf stuff. Redistribution is basically we're going to nerf stuff, and dynamic distribution. Look at those two words. Isn't that just exactly what this is? And isn't this just exactly what this is? This is just their usual nerfing. This is just, we're going to use this to just milk it, and we'll probably make up a new phase system later because it works so well to fool people. Maybe they believe their own doublespeak. When they talk about age of prosperity, it's not the age of prosperity. What are you talking about? So I think this was just a marketing ploy. Somebody said they probably copied it from somebody somewhere else. It's just synonyms for the same thing, and it's just the usual nerfing to make themselves feel relevant. That feel good moment, where they actually think the players pay attention to them, which I normally don't. Most events I ignore. Most lore I ignore. Anything that happens in the world I ignore because they're irrelevant, because they don't understand how to play the game, and it's just ridiculous. So yeah, lol. But it's interesting that everybody got hopeful, and the prices spiked. But you guys are like, whoa, it's age of prosperity, and nullsec hasn't been nerfed, so we're gonna get all the benefit, and they just suddenly realized that it's just a nerf, and their precious mining drones are actually going to be nerfed into the ground, making the high sec people feel a bit less left out now. Of the pie. They were cut out of the share of the glory, and the nullsec people for 2 years have been reaping the whirlwind, happily so. And now it's time to sowing the wind, and now it's time to reap the whirlwind. I'm glad about the mining drones being nerfed because I never expected them to turn command vessels into just mining bots, because they're no longer command vessels. They're just, throw the workall on the field and let it mine. It's like, that's not a command burst thing. And it's, if a person had an option between throwing lots of Rorquals on the field or putting one and using a bunch of Hulks or something on, I don't know what happens in null sec, the null bears, but it's like, Why would you bother putting, if you're a whale and throwing money at the game, why wouldn't you want to go with mining bots who are oracles instead of a team with a command industrial capital there? It just didn't make sense, and the ABCs in Isaac didn't make sense. It was like, wait, this isn't immersive. This sucks. It's stupid. I'll take advantage of it, of course, but it's like, what the hell, right? Um, so yeah, they're removing it, and the prices are dropping back to where they were before. I'm hoping that they drop lower. It would be nice to have some excavators for my Oracle that I have never lost and has had since 2012 and never left mining the docking ring. But it would be nice to have some excavators for them, or for it. It'd be nice. But I'm not gonna pay anything more than 1 billion for 5 of them. There's no way I'm dropping 1 billion for 5 of them. There's just no way in hell. So I'm hoping it drops even further once people realize the nerf is actually 60% against the mining drone output. And once that hits the live servers and people get over the shock of, oh, our protest didn't work, it's not going to work. The only way it worked last time is when Hilmar and internal memos and bulletins were leaked because they were so amoral that they leaked. But I don't think it's going to happen this time, and you're not going to get. There's no press about this protest because it's not going anywhere. People are like, oh, people complaining. Oh, well, welcome to the club, right? Try complaining about Blizzard or war gambling and stuff like that, right? So get real. That's the only way it's going to affect change. I'm just protesting because it's driving me insane trying to test stuff on the Singularity because it's so half-assed. And it's been a week and they haven't even bothered trying to fix anything on. They're just like, woohoo, more cocaine, or it's like, what are they doing at headquarters? Are they like delusional? Do they actually think this is an age of prosperity? Lol. More fools, once bit, twice shy, right? Or fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. You are not going to get away with these phase bullshit anymore because it's just nerfs. You're just the usual change for change because we want to be relevant and we're pouty little babies who throw your toys out the tram because you're not paying attention to us. That kind of thing. So, yeah. So it is kind of interesting how the speculation peaked and went down. That's the only thing out of this whole thing, and being able to test the fireworks on a monument and see what, with high stress on the system, what fireworks are visible. So those are the two takeaways I got. I have learned hardly anything of the amount of time I've spent on Singularity about this cluster F of stuff they threw at the wall to see what sticks. Yeah, that endurance thing with the velocity during Cloak, that was just a giveaway. It gave away their BS, I haven't a clue how to play this game thing. It's like, why would you move the velocity bonus to the prospect that can use a 5 million ISK covert ops instead of a 5 million ISK improved cloak? You haven't done anything. What is going on? Yeah, it's very cartoonish, and I'm not buying their whole phases anymore. Anybody tries to say they've got a plan, I'm just gonna laugh at their face. So yeah.